Hey guys, Crypto Vet here. Thanks for ducking into the coin bunker. We have another hot pre-sale today that we're going to go over. This one is called the Last Dwarfs. So I was looking for an interesting pre-sale to do, and I came across this one. Now there has been a little bit of buzz about this one, but it's still very early in the pre-sale, so we're going to go ahead and check it out. Now, from what I can tell, and like I always say, these are almost reviews as well as a reaction because I don't really review these before I go over them with you. So we kind of go through this together. So bear with me if I make some mistakes. I don't just read through this. We go over different things about this and other pre-sales. So please try to stay tuned till the end. Okay, so this is the second gamified blockchain token that we've done. I did Minotaurus a few days ago, and it seems to be a similar type project. It's a blockchain game, and within the game you earn tokens, and you can use the tokens within their ecosystem and things like that. So let's take a look at it. This is the landing page for the Last Dwarfs, okay? It'll be called TLD. Now, one TLD is right now 0.00852. They've raised $140,000, 468, which is not a lot of money, guys. Typically, these pre-sales are in the millions, once they get rolling. So this is in its early stages. Okay. So it says, congrats, you are early to the army. Buy and stake now to max out your riches and treasures before the army gets too big. One token for all the ecosystem. It's a gamified launch pad. It's AI game experience, and they have a grant program. Okay. Now, it seems like this project is going to be big on referrals. They have a staking rewards program as well that we're going to check out, I think, but they're big on referrals on this one. So bring your friends and earn TLD. So this, they got like a little chart that tracks your number of referrals and the USD earned, TLD earned. You'll have your own referral link once you connect your wallet and purchase. Now, if you don't know how to buy these, I assume most of you do, but you go to these landing pages and you hit connect, and you just connect whatever wallet you're using, whether it's, MetaMask. Best Wallet is really popular with crypto pre-sales now. I use Coinbase just because it's a reliable wallet, but, everybody has their choices. So you connect your wallet and you can go ahead and purchase, typically using Ethereum, or sometimes you can buy with a card and then transfer it to your wallet. So now keep in mind, unless you have Best Wallet, when you buy these, you won't be able to see them. They won't show up in your wallet until the pre-sale ends, and they typically will airdrop them once the listing happens. But you can find out how many tokens you've bought by reconnecting to the website after you purchase them with the same wallet, and it'll tell you how many you purchased, how many you staked, things like that. Okay, so we just went over that. This is how to buy. Okay, we just kind of went over that in the previous screen, just me yapping. So, okay, this is, I guess, what the game is going to look like. It's a mobile app. Now, I don't know if it's a mining game situation or if it's like some kind of quest that you go through. I've not played the game. It really doesn't say a whole lot about the game. So let's go to, okay. And you can see they've had some exposure. Tech Point, Bazinga, Coin Speaker, Coin Sniper, and there are some news articles you can look up on this and things like that. There are some people pushing it. Okay, here's the tokenomics. Okay, they have 40% dedicated to the pre-sale. That's a big chunk. 10% to the operation, 10% for liquidity, eco reward system, 20%. Like I said, they're going to be heavy on the referral thing, it looks like. They have 10% dedicated to the airdrop, and then they have a treasury, which is typically just, standby cash type situation. Okay, they have a total supply, it looks like, of 10 billion. The ticker symbol, like I said, will be TLD. The blockchain, it's on the ton chain. You don't see that too often. And then they have the contract address that you can view. Now they do have an audit by CoinSuite and also solid proof. Now, as we know, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, and we'll get into that. Okay, guys, this is the Coin Suite audit page. And if you know anything about these pre-sales, typically they all get a Coin Suite audit or a solid proof audit. But even these, Coin Suite goes on to say that they can only use the information that they have. So it's not foolproof, even though there's an audit. So as we know with some of these other pre-sales that have happened, like Wall Street Pepe and things like that, that people say are scams, they've been audited as well. So just use a bit of caution. This is never financial advice. We take a look at these pre-sales and we have fun with them. And you never know. You never know if we get into a bull market what these things could be worth. You could scalp them at the top when they launch, or you can try to hold them long term if you think there's utility. So there's no issues with risk. They have no mint function, no blacklist found, no honeypot option. So this is just basic audit information. It doesn't necessarily mean that, this is a safe bet. Not to say it's not. I'm just saying that they all get audited. Okay, this is the frequently asked questions. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. What is Last Dwarfs? The Last Dwarfs is a blockchain-based gaming ecosystem. As the last guardian of the dwarfs, it's up to you to rebuild the lost empire by gathering resources, battling moles, and upgrading your dwarves. At the heart is the TLD, the token that's both your key to the ecosystem and your voice in its future. The coolest part is the game itself is a launch pad. You can stake your TLD, farm resources, and earn partner tokens just by playing. So it's kind of like, they're going to want you to interact with their app, and when you interact with their app, you're going to get rewarded with these tokens. And we've seen that with some of the new mobile mining features that, the apps, it's not really mining. You're just basically interacting with the app, and it's kind of like a mining type function. So what makes this one different? Okay, let's take a look at that. The Last Dwarfs merges gaming with a fully decentralized ecosystem, offering players both entertainment and real utility. They have a gamified launchpad. You can stake your TLD and play the game to farm tokens from partner projects and access exclusive early stage investments. They have engaging gameplay, community-driven governances. TLD holders influence the ecosystem's evolution through voting and strategic decisions. Now that's interesting. I I kind of like that, that the holders of the token get such a big role in the governance and the decisions, the directions that they go. Also, multi-channel integration seamlessly interact with assets and tokens across multiple blockchains. Okay, so it sounds like they really have something going on here. Now, it says, when can I claim my tokens? And I already kind of went through this at the beginning. It's like I said, we don't just read through stuff. I kind of go off on rants and stuff like that. But so to claim your tokens, it typically happens when the pre-sale ends. The pre-sale page will say that the pre-sale has ended, and they will typically get a listing within like a week, and then that's when your tokens will be airdropped. And it says, can I stake my TLDs? Okay. Yes, you can already stake your TLD at 300% annual percentage yield, just ahead of the stake selection in the widget. Enter the amount of TLD you want to stake and confirm your rewards will be accumulated, as you'll be able to claim them once the pre-sale ends. Okay. So 300%, that's a pretty good number because it's generous, but it's not overly crazy like you see with some of the other projects that people say are scams, with 4,000 annual percentage yield and stuff like that. That's just unsustainable. So this is not unsustainable, yet it's generous. Okay, what's the value of the TLDs? We won't know that. Unlike speculative meme coins, TLD is the backbone of a real economy. It's not just a token, it's a utility. Players stake TLD to earn rewards, gain exclusive access to early... Okay, we kind of read through that. Okay. So let's take a look at one more page and see what else we can find out, and then we'll go ahead and close out the Last Dwarfs. Okay, guys, this is the final page that we'll review on the Last Dwarfs. Now, this is their roadmap. Now, they have 5 different phases, and I guess phases are different than stages because it says stage 2 of the pre-sale. I don't know if that's the same as the phase. So, okay, so phase 1 would be the game release and the integration with Ton ecosystem. So I'm assuming phase 1 is complete or we're in phase 1. TLD staking, mass adoption, and the marketing campaign. Okay, we could be in phase 2. Launchpad integration, first exchange listing. Okay, we're definitely not in phase 3 yet. So I'm going to assume we're in phase 2 currently. Phase 4 will be the grant program that they're going to start and a second exchange listing. And then phase 5 will be the AI game exchange will be launched, and then they will have additional third and fourth listings. Okay, so let's see what is this when I open it up? Is this white pages? Okay, no. All right, well, guys, that's it on Last Dwarfs. You're aware of it now, and that's kind of what we look to do here. We kind of go over these crypto pre-sales that are interesting. You never know if one of them is going to be a moonshot or not. You know, we've seen some of them go through the moon. I think it's really just going to depend on what the overall crypto market is doing. It seems like we could be entering a bullish season here soon. If at the very least we're kind of, it seems like, leaving the bearish situation behind and kind of building some momentum. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot playing into it, with politics and economic policy and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see how all this stuff plays out. But you're aware of it. Check it out, guys. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and like. This channel is only 1 month old, and well, it's about 1 month and 3 days. I have 65 subscribers last time I checked, so please subscribe and like if you enjoy this kind of content, and we'll just kind of keep it fresh, keep dropping more content, and keeping you guys interested. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Also, real quick, guys, if you didn't get a chance to check out the Minotaurus pre-sale review that we did, it's a similar project. It's another blockchain gamified token, so I will put a link to that one as well in the descriptions and in the comments in case you guys want to check that one out. So we're going to close this one out, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time.